Are you wondering why your converter orders extra material when creating your part?
That's because of setup waste. Now, let's talk about 3 ways to reduce that cost. In this video, we'll cover why you have setup waste, why setup waste is necessary, and how to lower the cost. Setup waste is inevitable in the converting process. You can reduce setup waste by choosing simpler materials, having an effective part design, and opting for longer machine run times. The biggest factor that makes up waste is complex materials. The more complex your materials are, the more waste you have when setting up. That's because there's more material testing and machine downtime to confirm the material is behaving correctly. Simpler materials are easy to cut, which result in fewer defects. Examples of complex materials include extremely elastic, abrasive, compressible, thin, and unsupported materials. Using complex materials might lead to higher costs. This is due to the increased setup waste, so you should consult your converter and factor in waste percentages. Challenging part designs with multiple layers or tight tolerances can result in more waste. To make a die cut, we have to use material that is wider than what we are cutting. More materials and more complex design exacerbate the use of materials. Additionally, setup and testing needs to occur before we start running your product, which requires additional wasted material. So refining your design and seeking converter input can reduce your waste. The longer your machine runtime is, the more you reduce the frequency of starting and stopping. This leads to reducing overall cost and setup waste. Think of it like this: the less you set up, the less you waste. Placing blanket purchase orders can allow converters to schedule projects in advance, facilitating longer runs and reducing setup costs. Every converter deals with setup waste, but by using these 3 tips, you can make the die cutting process even more worth it. If you have any more questions on how to reduce your setup waste, feel free to visit our Learning Center on our website or reach out to us directly. Thank you for watching.